It's strange how one night can change everything. I used to think horror belonged in stories, not in real life. But some things don't fade, they echo. This is a record of 3 nights. 3 moments when ordinary people crossed into something that shouldn't exist. One on the abandoned school. We were bored that summer. Me, Yuri, Frank, and Freddie. 4 friends with flashlights and way too much confidence. We'd explored factories, old malls, dead office buildings. But that night we wanted something darker. An abandoned middle school 30 minutes out. Photos online showed graffiti, collapsed ceilings, and rumors of cult rituals. Perfect for a Friday night. We parked a few blocks away, cut through a fence, and stepped into the dark. The school was bigger than we expected. Long hallways, broken tiles, the air thick with rot. Our flashlights hit every corner, but everything felt wrong. Too quiet. Frank stayed back tagging a wall while Yuri and Freddie went upstairs. A few minutes later, Frank cursed. His bag was gone. We searched everywhere. Nothing. Then on the 2nd floor, we found it. In the middle of a room under a fresh pentagram painted in dripping red. Frank grabbed it, muttering, "Freddie's messing with us." Before I could answer, footsteps thundered closer. Freddie and Yuri burst in, pale and shaking. "Run," they said. We didn't ask why. We ran. They told us later they'd seen 3 people kneeling in a circle, whispering in a language they didn't recognize. When they turned their flashlights, the figures looked up, faces hidden, and started moving toward them. By the time we hit the street, we could still hear the footsteps echoing behind us. Yuri swore someone whispered, "You shouldn't have come here." We never went back. But sometimes when I drive past that road, I still see faint lights moving behind the school's broken windows. The man at the door, years later, I'd moved to rural Washington. Quiet, empty, perfect for being left alone. It was late October and the wind was wild that night. I ordered food, sat by the TV, and waited. The doorbell rang fast, too fast. Through the peephole stood a man in a hoodie, no bag, no uniform. He smiled, just a little. Said he needed to check the order in his car. Something felt wrong. I told him to leave or I'd call the police. He turned and walked off, slow into the dark. I called the restaurant. My order hadn't even left yet. That's when I knew. An hour later, scraping at the back door. A metallic sound, slow and deliberate. Someone was testing the lock. I grabbed a knife and called 911. 15 minutes later, the police arrived. Fresh pry marks on the door. 3 nights passed. Then just after midnight, more knocking. 2 officers this time, asking if I recognized a man they'd detained nearby. The photo on the phone made my stomach drop. It was him. He'd been caught breaking into another home 2 streets over. I moved out within 2 weeks. Even now, when I hear a knock after dark, I still picture his face through that peephole. Expressionless. Waiting, Cree. The girl from the bar. My name's Catherine, 24. Law student in New York. I thought I'd seen every kind of creep the city had to offer. Until that night, it was summer break. My best friend Jackie and I were out at our usual bar. Loud, crowded, the kind of place where everyone pretends to have fun. We met 2 guys, Sebastian and Luke. Normal enough, charming even. Jackie clicked with Luke right away. I ended up talking with Sebastian. When Jackie went to the bathroom, he offered to buy us drinks. 2 rum and cokes, easy choice. In the bathroom, Jackie whispered she was thinking of leaving with Luke. I told her to slow down. She laughed it off. When we came back, Sebastian was already waiting. Drinks in hand, smiling like he'd been watching. I hesitated, pretending to sip. Jackie finished hers in one go. Within minutes, her words slurred. She could barely stand. That's when I knew. I grabbed her arm and told Sebastian we were leaving. His smile faded fast. "She's fine," he said. "You should stay." I didn't answer. I just pulled her toward the door. He followed halfway, watching, then he stopped. We got into an Uber and made it home safe. The next morning, Jackie couldn't remember leaving the bar. 2 days later, I saw his face on the news. Man arrested for drugging women in midtown bars. The mugshot was Sebastian. Sometimes I still think about that moment when I looked back, how he stood in the crowd watching me leave. Not angry, not afraid, just smiling.